Shut up and sit down.
So I want to review all the mods I've done on my V-Strom. This is a 2015 DL650AX EXP V-Strom. I did buy it in February. It was held over stock at Blackfoot. It was still in the crate, brand new, so I got a good deal on it. But I have done a few mods to it, so some of these I've talked about in previous videos, but I'm just going to kind of go over everything. I've added two new pieces, so let's have a look, shall we? Starting over here, I've got the Suzuki OEM power socket, 12-volt power socket. I mounted it in the stock location. I don't use it a lot, so it worked out good there. It's all right. I'm happy with it. You can't put a lot of voltage through there. It's got a 3-amp fuse, so you're not going to be doing a lot, which is all right. I have a tire pump, one of those stop-and-go air compressors. And that draws a lot. It comes with a socket or a plug for one of these sockets. And the first time I used it, I put it in there and it blew the fuse after like 20 seconds. So now I just connect it to the battery. Down here, back here, I have the Suzuki OEM center stand. I don't know why the bike doesn't come with a center stand. It's very useful. I really like the center stand. What else have I done to this? Last week or 2 weeks ago, I bought off of eBay these new Footpegs. I replaced the stock Footpegs with these ones. They're a little dirty now. You should have seen them when they were new and all shiny. They work well. I dropped my foot earlier in the mud and wet on my left foot, and these were a little bit slippery when the bottom of my boot was all wet and muddy. But dry, they get lots of good grip. I'm happy with them. What I like about these is that the stock rubber ones, they're kind of rounded, and I found after about an hour and a half that pressure point, because they're rounded like that, you get a lot of pressure right in the center, and my foot would start to hurt after about an hour and a half. These have a much wider gap here, so the weight is distributed a little better, and it seems to be good. Of course, up here I have my Givi Windscreen, Airflow windscreen, which I really like. The bike came with the stock windscreen with that little bendy tilting bit. I don't remember what it was called. But you know, at highway speeds I was getting a lot of buffeting, a lot of noise. I wasn't really thrilled with it. The Givi Airflow, I love it. At 120k, it's very little wind hitting you, there's no buffeting. It's nice and quiet on the helmet, but you get good airflow. It hits right at the top of the helmet, so the vent at the top of the helmet is really working well. And you know, when I'm cruising around just the streets on the city, I can lower this down really easy enough. You just pop these open and it slides down on these rails, and I get good airflow right into the helmet. I love that windscreen. It works so well. It's a really, really great addition to the bike. Highly worthwhile. Highly worthwhile. I have my SW Motec tank bag, which I added on. Love this thing. This is so handy. Just like that. It was that easy to put on and take off. I used to have to take my backpack to work, which I would throw into the box. But now I just use that and I go everywhere with it. It's really quite nice. I'm very happy with that. What else have I done to this bike? You know, not really a lot. I got the foot pegs, the center stand, the 12-volt socket. Oh yeah. Well, that was fun. What the hell was that? Almost forgot. I have the Rox 2-inch risers on here. I'm 6'1" with a 32-inch inseam, and without the risers, the handlebars were just a little too low for me to stand up on the bike with. I was always leaning forward just a little bit. The risers have brought the handlebars up to the perfect location, so when I'm standing on the bike, it is very comfortable. Yeah, I won't be doing that on my V-Strom. Oh, that's an Echo. That's what that is. The 2-inch risers are perfect for me. My height and my inseam and arm length. So standing up on the bike, knees tight to the gas tank, the handle, it's just perfect. Arms are slightly bent, loosely held under the grips. It's perfect. Works out so very well. And they look good. I mean, look at them. Look at this guy just showing off. I'm not doing that. So I got the rocks risers, the Givi windscreen, the new Footpegs. So interesting thing about these Footpegs, you can actually get them for a whole, I bought them off of eBay, a Chinese company called M Factory. They actually come in pieces. So you got this black piece, and then these 2 silver pieces that just screw on. This is actually independent. If you can see here, there's a bolt. Ah, you failed that time, buddy. There's a bolt. So this actually is round, and then it goes into a hole, but there's 2 little pins that go into here, and then there's kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But there's kind of receptacles on this side, so when you put it at the right angle, those pins lock it and it won't rotate on you. So even though it's just held on by this one big screw, it's very secure. So they actually sell these Footpegs for a whole variety of different bikes, and they just have a different mount on them. It's actually a pretty neat idea. Saves them a lot of work. They're not machining separate pegs for each bike. They just, you can get these in any color combination you want: orange, greens, blues, reds, pinks, whatever. And then of course you got these pieces that bolt on that come in any color combinations you want. So whatever color combination you want between the Footpeg and the added plates, and a whole variety of bikes. Easy as hell to put on, of course. You just pop off the E-clip, pull this out. There's a bearing, steel bearing inside that makes it fit just perfectly. You can see there's really no slop on that at all. It is a really good fit for those. M Factory off of eBay. 70 bucks Canadian, plus $9 shipping. Works very well. So yeah, that's me. And that's my V-Strom. All right, y'all. Well, that sun has come out. All right, I think it's time to get back on the bike. Well, actually, I'm gonna have a drink first. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, that's the update on my V-Strom. Probably gonna post this separate from the rest of the video I've been making. So check them all out. Hope you like watching the videos. I know I kind of suck at video editing and whatnot, but there we go, my really awesome bike. I'm planning a 12-day trip here in August. I'll be getting lots of video of that, up to Yellowknife, from Calgary to Yellowknife, and then back down through BC. So watch for that. It'll be coming up in about a month. All right, see you later.